Conversation Cards Carrier Phrases pack contains phrases that are a great way to transition from single words to phrases to sentences. The words in the phrase start the same and the learner fills in the end of the phrase with their own word. For example, the carrier phrase may be, I see a, and the learner responds with, I see a car. These cards are a great way to boost speech and language development. To encourage the learner to use more words when speaking, the carer models the carrier phrase for the learner, including an example to the end of the phrase. For example, the carer says, I see a dog. Next, the carer gives the learner just the phrase on the card and encourages the learner to complete the sentence. For example, the carer says, I see a, and pauses for the learner to say dog or another word, as long as it's something they actually see. If the carer notices the learner relying on the carrier phrases too much or limiting their imagination, they should adjust the carrier phrases by adding in new words and expanding them. For example, the carer could switch up the I see cards by saying, I can see. To increase the length of carrier phrases and encourage learners to increase their use of longer sentences, add more adjectives describing words: blue, yellow, old, young, dirty, clean, small, big, tall, short, etc. More verbs like action words, eating, drinking, playing, pronouns, he, her, him. For example, encourage the learner to say, I see a brown dog, rather than just, I see a dog, or I see a dog running, or I see a dog, he is running. To use, the carer should download, print, cut, and laminate the cards. Velcro can be added to the blank space to allow the learner to place a communication card. The carrier phrase cards can be added to a binder ring by punching a hole in the left side of each card and putting it on the ring, or they can be put into a clear pouch or photo album for ease of use. Some ways to use. Pick a target word out of a bag or sensory bin and use it at the end of the carrier phrase. To extend the use of the carrier phrases, the carer can take and print photos of familiar people, objects, or places to include as the final word. For example, using the photos with I see, here is, where is, let's, etc. Use carrier phrases when playing games. Go fish, memory match, picture bingo, I spy, reading picture books and identifying objects, or snap. Have some fun with the carrier phrase cards by creating silly sentences.